right, so I want to speak about embracing your beauty mentally. Okay, so did you feel anything off or was something wrong like after birth?
Physically, no. Mentally, very much so.
Very much.
Very insecure, unbalanced, nervous. The level of nervousness increased a lot. And just the doubt, because I was a single-ish mother at the time. So just the doubt. But yeah, I think it affected me. Like I said, I become agoraphobic. That means I didn't want to go outside. And I already suffered from claustrophobia, which is fear of being closed inside. So I was in a pretty tight spot. But yeah, it actually blew my mind mentally. It really did.
All right.
It really
What about
did.
you, Mum?
I don't think I felt anxious in any way. I think becoming a mother was quite a comfortable, mentally anyway. And then relationship issues, I do feel like it contributed to my mental health, and I do feel like I toy with depression. So I think after having the third born, then I do feel, I do feel like there was definitely signs of postnatal depression.
No.
Okay. Do you feel like you went through emotions after? Like, do you feel like you went through the emotions you were expected to? Did you have any expectations of the feelings you'll feel after, and then were they
confirmed?
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel, I felt happy to be pregnant. I felt happy that I was giving birth to my first son, and then my second child was a daughter, and everybody thought that I'd finished. And, yeah, all of that played out nicely. But, so yeah, in that sense, but then the reality of where you're at sets in.
Okay.
So,
how about you?
I think you expected to just naturally breastfeed. But for me, it was so painful. I was like, what is this? I ain't doing this. I just ran and found the first buckle I could find and then went there. I think I tried breastfeeding once and it was very painful. And nobody ever told me it was going to pain you. It just looked like...
Did it hurt?
Did it hurt you?
It hurts.
Well, she went through it, but I wasn't prepared to go through it.
It hurt.
What is all this?
What is all this?
It's so, there's nothing that, to be a woman, or you think to be a woman is easy?
So, Mom, this question is for you. I'll ask Rema in another way.
Go, girl.
But how did it feel to hold me in your arms?
I think you got your answer there and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think with...
How was your birthday gift, if anybody doesn't know?
was. So obviously you were born just hours before my
her
own birthday.
So
you are my only girl. So, but that actual birthing experience, you weren't no different, sweetie pie. Like...
But you didn't have all the drama that you had with the first one.
Oh, no, not as much drama, no. So the second time round it was a lot easier, but I'm talking about in terms of holding Aaliyah and meeting my child for the first time on all 5 occasions.
Yeah.
It's been extremely, I want to cry. Extremely emotional.
all right. Did you have any moments of doubt during or after pregnancy? Or before, like as soon as you found out? Like, in your case, you were 16, were you like, should I throw this baby away?
No, actually, I'll tell you what happened there. I had an Asian doctor, and I went to him, and I just told him that I think there's something wrong. It's my sister suspected that there was something wrong with me. So he says, oh, you're pregnant, so do I want to have abortion? I just thought he was a criminal. How can you ask me if I want to kill another human being? That's all I thought. I just walked out of that room and I never went back. But yes, I didn't think it was, I wasn't excited about the whole idea of it. And I just ran up and down. I was running up and down, playing, hanging out with my friend. I didn't know I was pregnant until I was 5 months.
Good. You?
What was the question again? Doubt?
Any doubts?
No, not really. I felt, I don't think the doubts actually stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, they haven't stopped just because you guys are bigger now. Like, I think I still doubt myself most days. Do you know what I mean? If you're doing the right thing. Yeah, and obviously there's a drastic difference between, you know, I don't necessarily see girls different to boys, but there is a difference, do you know what I mean? And I think every day I question, am I doing right by my boys? Am I doing right by you? Do you know what I mean? So I don't think, the doubt is there, but yeah, you just learn to
reassure yourself, which is jumping into the next question. How do you reassure yourself?
Well, I think with you, Aaliyah, there wasn't much doubt overall, I don't think, because Aaliyah seems to fit all the boxes. You just do all the things that would expect a little girl to do. Then when you're 5, you behave like our 5-year-old. Everybody was proud of you at the nursery. You know, she was always a star child, wasn't she, really? So there was never anything to doubt about. And now you're turning into a star teenager and a woman, hopefully. My daughter's a big adult woman, but you still have doubts and you reflect back. And even now, yeah, it's a constant. Yeah, so not just a physical pain, you're going to be fretting for the rest of your life about you picking it up. You're going to fret.
So take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah.
No,
it's just
stop
my
it.
heart you're breaking.
Oh, God.
I like my singing. Why do you all have a problem with my singing?
Because it's not nice.
Spare us.
All right, Rema, you mentioned having phobias and anxiety. So when you were pregnant, because it was teenage pregnancy, could you talk to anybody and how do you reassure yourself? Like, obviously you went through with the
Drama.
pregnancy.
Yeah.
So how do you reassure yourself that you've got this and then
I didn't. I didn't reassure myself. I think, and I couldn't talk to anybody because you actually think you're going crazy, you know, because you're scared of this, you're nervous about that, you're fearful for this, and anxiety was too overwhelming. And again, we're talking like 40 odd years ago. So 40 odd years ago, when you go, and they didn't put the pretty name on it called anxiety, what they just were saying.
Postnatal depression.
Yeah, and I wouldn't admit to anything like that. My family is very proud, you know what I mean? We're community people, we're community leaders in our town where I come from. So to even admit that anything was wrong was off the scale chart for me, and I wouldn't have known who to even begin to go to.
So yeah, I think the environment that you're coming into will
Make a difference.
Make a difference, yeah, and obviously
mine was shame orientated.
Yes,
definitely shame orientated.
And my mom welcomed all of you with open arms, so it was kind of
chill.
That's why I've got 5 children.
And I think the worst thing about being a woman and having a child is just feeling, for some people, alone. Even when you're married and you're in a relationship, but the man isn't there for you, and he's all about job or whatever. Just that sense of being alone and not being able to share it with somebody.
But when you give birth, do you feel like happiness?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, because it's a blessing. It's a human being, and you made it. I made it. With the grace of God, of course. But yeah, you feel fabulous, sweetheart. And it's always happy afterwards, and you forget all the pain. I mean, I didn't have much, but the little pain that I did have.
It's true. Once the
baby's out,
it's over.
Thank you for watching. Share with your friends, anyone you think you can help, and keep the conversation going.